I was thinking today a lot about perspective and how you can have the same situation in two totally different perspectives. And I've been thinking a lot about this because I've been going to yoga as much as I can, and the teacher there, he he talks a lot about perspective and energy and just how kind of the world works within nature and balance and all these things, and um, how one person might look at something and call it bad, and another person might call it good. Uh, like he says a lot how it's all in your mind, like everything in on this earth we've assigned, good or bad, right or wrong, evil, heaven and earth, or, heaven and hell. There's like these dualities, but really, like in nature, things just are, and it's our perspective of it. One person might look at a rose and say, "Oh, it's so beautiful, it smells so good," and another person might prick their finger on the thorn and say, "Oh, I hate roses, they're awful, they're so bad." And so I was thinking about perspective today because um, I had a friend recently laid off from their job. This was a few months ago, actually. And their perspective was, "Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my mortgage? All these things, and I get it because I've been there before. I've totally been there in that same exact position where it's like, you don't know. There's this huge what if hole. And I wasn't talking to them in the moment. They were actually leaving me a message, and I could tell they were stressed and a lot of things rolling through their head. And I was just thinking about this when Katut, the yoga instructor, was talking about perspective, because when my friend left me that message, their perspective of the situation of the being laid off their job was, it's bad, all these things are going to happen, the worry, the stress, all that was their perspective. My perspective was, this is it. This is the chance to move to the place you've always wanted to move, to apply for a job that you would thrive in, make new friends, meet new people. Like I got excited. I got so excited for this person. And one thing I've noticed about me is when people are in that stressed state and like hanging on by a thread, I'm almost like this polar opposite that's like, yeah, this is awesome. It's going to be the best life ever, because I see, how do I say this? From my perspective, it's like the universe just created this opening for this person to start better. I don't like to say start over. I like to say start better. Like, they have all the tools in their toolbox. They have a mortgage, which means they have a house. They have something they can sell, an asset. They have, granted, if the market's not good, there's a lot of layers to that. But again, my perspective, they have a house they can sell. They can move. They have so many job skills and just skills as a human that they could work anywhere. Like, I'm talking anywhere. And so my perspective of the situation is like, this is it. This is your big chance to start better. And and do all the things you've been wanting to do, talking about doing, um, changing everything. And it just, like, you could see the smile on my face. Like, this is when I was listening to this message of this whoa, I was like, yeah. And it still brings a smile to my face because there's so many moments in people's lives, and I've been there, I've done it too, where I go straight to the perspective of like, this is bad, everything's gonna go wrong, I'm gonna be, you know, not okay, this is not okay, that person's not going to be okay because of this. And like, you know, the domino effect of like, well, if this happens, then this happens, then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. So I've been there, so I know that feeling. But I've also been on the other side of the perspective that I now have, is that yes, all those things could totally go wrong and tumble downhill, especially if you look at it through that lens. If you look at it through the lens of like, this is a bad thing and everything's going to go to shit, guess what? Everything probably will go to shit. And actually, sometimes it doesn't even go to shit as bad as you think it's going to go to shit, but you're thinking it's going to happen that way. And so it's like you're veering the focus to go that way. So even if everything goes right, you're still focusing on everything that's going wrong, you know, per se. So back to this story, I'm excited. I call my friend and I leave a message, and I'm like, I'm smiling ear to ear, and I'm trying not to be so happy on the phone because they're in a crisis, right? In their perception of this is a crisis, and I'm thinking this is a joyful celebration. So I'm trying not to be so joyful, but I'm smiling ear to ear, and I'm leaving this message, and I'm like, I know this feels really heavy right now. I know from your perspective, it does not look good. However, please listen to this message. Don't be mad at my forever optimism, but I feel like this is it. This is the chance. You've been wanting this for so long. You've been wanting to move to a warm climate. You've been wanting to work with veterans. You've been wanting to do, you know, and I literally listed all these things that this person has told me they wanted for like a decade. And I'm like, you can do all that. Like, it's, you just got, like, the universe just gave you this moment of like, okay, you want to do all this stuff, like, do it, let's go. And I have to say, sometimes I almost don't want to leave messages like that, because I think that sometimes my perspective actually like pisses people off. I think they like get those messages and they're like, screw you, it's not going to be that great, it's terrible, everything's terrible, because again, they're seeing it through their lens, and the skies are dark, the clouds are gray, you know, it's bleak, everything's looking bleak. And so I try not to leave messages like that, because I don't want to, I don't know, I just don't want to piss people off. But at the same time, I felt in that moment that it was necessary. It's like, let me give you my perspective of this situation before you spiral into doom and gloom. So yeah, that was what I was thinking about today, how the same situation, granted it wasn't happening to me in that moment, and I'm telling you, I've been in that situation before, so I know how it feels. However, the perspective I have now versus the perspective, because I would have been that doom and gloom person years ago. So it's interesting that the same situation of like losing the job and having all these responsibilities and things to take care of, and her mind, it's not her body, it's not actual reality. Her mind is telling her it's doom and gloom, it's all over from here. My mind is telling me like this is it. This is the catalyst to like the next level. So for me, I've been trying to really work on my perspective every single day because I realize just sometimes little things like my perspective of it is, like I'll get crabby at the smallest thing. And if I just like switch the lens, change the perspective just a little bit, it's like it's a whole different atmosphere. I'm a whole different mood just from changing that lens like a little bit. So that's my story for today. I hope you're having a good one and talk to you later.